Hello, everyone. John Bruna here with the Daily Quote. Let's get right to it. Just like us, all others are trying to find their way. Sometimes they make mistakes, let people down, and engage in harmful activities. Just like us, they also have the potential for positive change and improvement. Well, there's a lot here in this few words. Right off the bat, I just want to acknowledge that we can easily judge someone based on a few actions that they've done. How they let us down in some way, or they hurt someone that we knew, and we slap a label on them. That's who they are. They're a jerk. They're this, they're that. And then every time we see that person, that's who they are. We don't recognize that, well, that's who they were in that moment based on whatever was going on at that time. But just like us, we've let people down. We've done some things we don't feel good about. We're learning how to live. We've made positive changes in our life. We've improved. We've grown. And just like us, others do the same frequently. Doesn't mean everybody's going to be a person that we have in our life that we would even be healthy to have in our lives. Some people are really caught up in their own struggles and can be really unhealthy to be around, even harmful. But all too often, we prematurely slap a label on a person based on a few things that they've done and are completely unaware of the good they also do, or the changes they've made in their life, how they've grown. Just like us, right? We've grown. We've improved. And the other way to look at this quote is sometimes we don't think of ourselves in a very good light. We think that, wow, so many other people have their, qualities in life. They're admirable. They seem to have it all together, and we don't. But just like us, all others are learning how to live. And we may only be seeing their good qualities, the things that we know about them, or the way they carry themselves in a confident way, loving way. And we may not feel that way on the inside. But just like us, they've also made mistakes. They've let people down. They've done things that they don't feel good about. And they've probably also improved, made positive changes in their life, as we have. So a valuable lesson that I'm sure you've heard me say before, and I think is critical to remember. Let's not compare how we feel about ourselves with how others appear. We don't know what their struggles are. What I do know personally is that every being, every human being I've met, wants to be a good person, even though they don't act like it. And now I haven't met over 8 billion human beings, so, there could be some out there. But in my 40 years of directly working with people who have been struggling, trying to find their way, and I'm talking about people who've done serious prison time, serious harm in life, people who've grown up in gangs and violence, even underneath all that, when there's a path and an opportunity and opening, deep down, when they're a little kid, they want to be a good person. They want to have a good life. They want to have good friends. But their circumstances, the difficulties, the violence they've been around, the survival mechanisms, they're trying to survive. So deep down, I do believe that people want to be good people. And like me, in my early points of my life, just didn't know how. Didn't have the opportunities or the circumstances. But we do. And that doesn't make us better than anyone. It does make us more fortunate than many. So again, this doesn't mean that we should have unhealthy or violent people in our lives. It just means that we need to recognize that we ourselves have walked through a lot and we're improving. Others, likewise, may also be. And let's not judge everyone so quickly. Bring a little more wisdom and discernment into how we evaluate ourselves and the people we come in contact with. We're all trying to find our way. Let's be thoughtful, caring, healthy in how we treat ourselves and others as best we can.